From sun up till sundown, we stand. So I'll tell you where the story all began. In 1619, we had some visitors to come to our continent called Africa. Actually, one of the original names was Akibulon. And in some parts they called Africa Ethiopia. And they had 20 slaves that they took to the port. They took it to the Americans. And they unboarded at the port in Virginia. So you had 20 slaves that they brought in. They brought them in for labor purposes to help build America up. So in building America up, we were brought here before we were put on the ships. We were made to walk around a big tree. This tree is called the unforgettable, or the forgettable, because they wanted us to forget our names, our native names, and to forget where we come from. So we had to walk around that tree. And we had to walk around it 9 times. 9 times to forget who you were. We were brought to the Americas to pick the cotton in the fields, to raise the rice, and we worked the sugar plantations. We worked from sunup to sundown. We picked that cotton. We shook that corn. Picking cotton and shucking corn from sunup to sundown. My feet sure is tired. My feet so tired. My bones so tired. Well, Mama worked in the house, taking care of the house business. While we worked the field, we were younger and stronger. Well, during that process of us working the fields, picking the corn, picking the cotton, not humane. So, we had a new president to come in. His name was Abraham Lincoln. You all know who Abraham Lincoln is, right?
No.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Come on, guys.
Abraham
Be
said
respectful.
that he was going to make a difference in the new America. He was going to make a difference. So while he works on the politics, the slaves were trying to figure out ways to get away, ways to run. We ran. We would wait till a certain time of night, and we would hear the drums, the beat of the drum.
Talk to Zoe.
And we run, and we run, and we run, and we run, running to freedom. Freedom. Run, run to freedom. So, when the sun would come up in the morning, we would have to hide. So nobody would see us. We would have to hide. There were some places we could run to, and good citizens like yourself would be there to meet us. And they would take us to safety, a safe place where we could get a little rest, maybe get some food and shelter for a short period of time. And then we would run, hearing the drums. In our minds, we would start running. We were running, going north for freedom. 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 When we would get to the water, in some places the water would get so low, like the Ohio River. The river would get so low in one part that the slaves could literally walk across to Indiana, which was freedom. Now, can you imagine standing on this side where you are a slave, cross the river, and you were in free territory? So when it was time to cross those waters, we had a song, a spiritual song that we sang. You may even sing it in church. Way in the water, way in the water, children, way in the water. God's control the way in the water. Freedom. Freedom on the other side of that water. Freedom. Freedom. Well, we had heard the word that freedom was coming. That freedom was coming to Galveston, Texas. Abraham Lincoln signed that Emancipation Proclamation on January the 1st of 1863. And we were supposed to be free. In Texas, we didn't know. We had gotten messages that freedom was coming, but it hadn't gotten there yet. Until one day, it was June the 9th, us. We were in downtown Dallas. We heard the drums. But where are they coming from? Do you hear them? You do. Do you see anything? Oh, it's a soldier. It's a Union soldier. They were coming to free us. There were thousands of soldiers. They marched in with their uniforms on. They marched in. Freedom had come. Freedom. Freedom has come. There were 2,000 soldiers. 2,000 soldiers. We had never seen such. There were black soldiers, white soldiers. A beautiful sight. They came to free us. The general, Gordon Granger, he stepped off of his horse like a man of stature, and he announced, "Free, slave, you are free. You are now proclaimed to be free." Freedom, something we did not know. What were we to do next? We've never been free before since we've been in this land. We needed food, we needed shelter. We didn't know how we were going to make it. But we were now free. Free. Granger.
Hear ye. By the General Order Number 3, the people are informed that in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. The free are advised to remain at their present home and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts, and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. As Dr. King once said, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Freedom.
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 Freedom. How Juneteenth came to be.
Freedom!
The slaves were free. They had a long road ahead, but they were free. Freedom! 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 Freedom is all in my name.